He starts by confusing his vice president with former President Trump.
What concerns do you have about Vice President Harris's ability to beat Donald Trump if she were at the top of the ticket?
Look, I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, but I think she was not qualified to be president. So let's start there.
That was just a few hours after he confused President Putin with President Zelensky.
Now I want to hand it over to the president of Ukraine, who has as much courage as he has determination. Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin. President Putin. He's going to beat President Putin. President Zelensky. I'm so focused on beating Putin, we got to worry about it. Anyway, Mr. President.
I'm better.
You are a hell of a lot better.
Did he allay those concerns last night?
Well, those of us who are real close watchers of Joe Biden, we do know that he sometimes mangle words and phrases, but all of that is almost natural for people who grew up stuttering, and they do focus a little more. And when you focus a little more, you tend to lose the flow.
But you're not saying that what we've seen from this president over the last few weeks is just a function of him stuttering. I mean, it's more than that.
He doesn't stutter now. He is still working to overcome the stuttering of his childhood. I've been around that condition for a long time, and I know exactly how it operates. But he has one of the best minds that I've ever been around. And the people who've been around him will tell you that. And so I would hope that we will focus on the substance of this man rather than these sometimes misspoken words and phrases and how he has run this country.
But, Congressman, you've got 17 Democrats. One of them is a sitting U.S. Senator who have called on their president to step aside. Former Speaker Nancy Pelosi 2 days ago saying, quote, it's up to the president to decide if he's going to run. We're all encouraging him to make that decision because time is running short. That is not a full-throated endorsement from your friend and former Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Should the conversation about the president getting out of this race, should that conversation continue?
No, it shouldn't.
The conversation should be over.
No, the conversation should focus on the record of this administration, on the alternative to his election, and let Joe Biden continue to make his own decisions about his future. He's earned that right, and I am going to give him that much respect. If he decides to change his mind later on, then we will respond to that. We have until the 19th of August to open our convention, and so I would hope that we would spend our time now focusing on the record that we will lay out for the American people, remind the American people of what is in store for them if Project 2025 were to become a law in any form. That is where our focus ought to be.